Warning, this Spoilercast does contain spoilers of current and past movies, books, games, TV shows, and possibly your life. So if you're listening to a show called Spoilercast and you're pissed off that we gave away spoilers, we really don't care. Thanks again and have a wonderful day. Hello, and thank you for listening to another All Tower Media podcast. Just want to give a big shout out to all the fans of Spoilercast as well as Agents of Sir. We want to make sure you get over to our website, alltowermedia.com, where you can check out a lot of links to our friends pages as well as our shopping page where you can find some cool shirts based off some of the fun topics that we've discussed on our mini shows here. So, some of those friends, I'd like to give a shout out to Flick Freaks. They are a good podcast friend of ours. Check them out at pretty much any social media outlet at /Flick Freaks. And also D.A. Roberts, you can go to his independent publishing website, darkwaterfiction.com, to find information about his Ragnarok Rising series books, as well as a book that he wrote in the Spellbook Studios Infinite Black universe called Perdition's Flames. You'll definitely have to check that out, whether you're a fan of sci-fi, a fan of Spellbook Studios games, or just a fan of D.A. Roberts, or just a fan of reading. D.A. Roberts is a damn good writer, and you should be checking out his stuff. So head on over to Darkwater Fiction, like I said, to see that. Again, you can find links to a lot of this stuff on our page at alltowermedia.com. And be sure to check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/alltowermedia. Also links on our All Tower Media page. If there's ever a topic you wish us to discuss, hit us up on our Facebook page. Or if you just want to interact with the hosts, we're always checking out the page. Be happy to respond, talk with you, whatever. Now perk up your ear holes, boys and girls, for another All Tower Media podcast. Recorded in a nice, warm, moist, sensual location just for you.
Hello, and this is Spoilercast by All Tower Media. Hi, Jareth.
Hi.
Hi.
Howdy.
So Jareth's joining me. I also have Mike over here to this side.
What?
This is rare.
What?
It's
Mike?
been a minute.
It's been like 18 months. Guys, where was I?
I don't know.
Where did I go?
I think he stepped through the nether void.
What is this place? Let's talk about Superman's dick.
Basically, well, that's kind of the idea tonight. But before we actually get to that,
We are also joined by another rare bird.
Hi, Andrew.
Ahoy!
So we have Andrew over here with us from Flick Freaks. How are you this evening? I can't see you through the screens.
Fan-fucking-tastic. All I see is Hans G.
Right.
This is the name of this.
Is that the villain from the first Die Hard?
That's Hans Gruber, so technically that kid G is his.
Yeah.
Hans Gruber.
Gruber. So, and then we also have
Rest in peace.
One of the members of Spellbook Studios, Dire Monkey. Hi, Dire Monkey.
Howdy.
How are we this evening?
Lovely.
How's the levels looking over there?
Levels are looking tasty.
Yummy. So
I mean, we've yet to have an episode without him.
that's true.
I mean, he
First
runs.
two,
Well,
three.
those
Yeah,
don't
the
count.
first ones when we were doing this at home.
I wasn't in those, so they don't matter.
That's true.
Don't
That's
knock
true.
doing podcast at home.
No, I'm not. It's just that our quality and everything went up exponentially when we started doing this.
They were doing it on like laptop
Yeah.
webcams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was slow, but it was good. It was good. There were some great episodes
The
back
stuff we had
then.
on the internet was pretty good.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like
we're going to talk about dicks and superpowers.
Yeah, let's not look back at the episode of like Hackers where we did where Mike very much was like, oh my god, how is it we've gone into the fears of humanity based off the fact that everyone's scared of technology like going out. Let's talk about superhero
Let's talk about Spider-Man
genitalia
fucking
stuff.
people.
That is one of the ones I didn't want to talk about, is Spider-Man.
We have come so far. So, Mike sounds like you want to give it a start, so why don't you go ahead?
I mean, this is point number one. These things are covered in the comics, which I did not expect when I started, researching this topic.
Me too.
Spider-Man did have an issue of Spider-Man Well, actually, that's how in one of the future realities, he apparently kills Mary Jane because she got radiation poisoning from his semen.
Yep.
He literally says, "It's in my blood. It's in all of my fluids." So yeah, that's how.
Wear a condom.
That's how sex with Spider-Man goes.
He could just
A lead condom.
Wait, no. So basically,
But here's the thing.
It's like his own personal venom.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
No
we're
pun
all
intended.
prepared to argue a greater point, which is something that the comics have a great deal of struggling with, is that superpowers superpower all of you. If you have super strength, all of your muscles have super strength.
I want to be... Yeah, they should be able to lift somebody with their dick.
So if Spider-Man
Cock
has
push-ups?
super strength and speed and all that stuff,
I do 3 a day.
Hopefully super speed does not translate to everything. If you know what I'm saying.
Friction burn.
Mary Jane should not have a top half, I guess, or however that would end up going.
Also, if he's so irradiated that his blood and semen can kill somebody, shouldn't
over
he-
time,
Over time.
it was not immediate.
Yeah.
still? People who interact with him daily should be getting radiation.
I think that's kind of the point of this entire thing is how it's more than just them having sex and all of this.
Well, we weren't
stuff.
talking about that. We were only talking about Spider-Man's dick.
We're obviously looking at that, yes, but it's how in the hell do they how do any superheroes interact with literally anyone without just basically killing them all?
Especially all of the ones who are superpowered by way of radiation, because radiation's bullshit.
Yes.
I mean,
so Andrew, did you have a thing that was from here? No.
What?
Okay.
Say
This
that again?
office is pretty clean. I mean, we have radiation.
I haven't caught anything from here.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's a core thing that we should move out of from here, and that's actually Will Smith's penis.
Are we talking about Hancock?
Yeah. Hancock, yeah, absolutely. Because
Hancock?
in the movie Hancock, doesn't he have a safe word before he's like, okay, when this happens, you're going to need to get out of the way.
Now that's a deleted scene.
Yes,
It's
it is.
important. I mean,
But
understandably so.
Nevertheless,
It's canon.
yeah, and
I see what you did there.
Pun intended.
because they actually go outside of the trailer and it shoots a hole through the ceiling.
Like 3 holes, which is disgusting. I wish they hadn't given me that detail. I didn't need that.
You know, I've still never seen that movie. I've only
Really?
seen that deleted scene.
that's all you need.
You've seen the best part of the movie.
Yeah, that's. I mean, short of him turning 2 people into the human centipede in prison,
He shoves a guy's head
he
up another
quite
guy's
literally
ass.
says, "You better step back, or I'm going to shove your head up his ass."
After watching Deadpool, it kind of reminds me of like a testing the waters of a Deadpool movie.
Right?
Without the fourth wall breaking. It was kind of that Deadpool type superhero.
Very much so.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
He's a little bit less over the top, but yeah. The idea of a superhero movie that's like not clean.
It's a family-friendly Deadpool.
Sure.
Where he's wandering around drunk always.
Yeah.
Busting nuts through trailers.
That's the deleted scene. So we'll avoid the deleted scene as if that somehow didn't happen.
Actually, in the extended version, it's left in.
Oh, well,
so
there
it's
you go.
technically not a deleted scene.
Well,
So, okay, but this goes to something else. So canonically, and that word's going to come up again, and that's intended.
That word should just be used all the time. In this podcast.
Superman has a son with Lois Lane. Bullshit.
Isn't he? He's an entirely different species.
Yes.
He's not a different breed of humanity.
There's a really good series of comics that
Unless it just shot fired at the wall and then scooped it up.
well, nevertheless,
fish style.
Yeah.
go over there and dip yourself in that.
There's Superman's just like, isn't that how it works with humans? You just dip your vagina.
Well, isn't
and-
it on Krypton? There were no natural born kids anymore.
They were
so-
grown.
They were
yeah,
grown.
that's true.
Matrix
so
style.
How does his equipment even?
maybe
Because he was the first natural born person on Krypton.
maybe they just do in vitro. I mean,
Now
they
is that in the movie? I remember that from Man of Steel. I don't know if that's in the comics or not.
I don't know. It was a pretty cool plot line, so I went with it.
Yeah, that is actually. I did like that.
Maybe they just did in vitro. That'd be easier than him shooting her with his shotgun dick.
Well, on Krypton, they don't have superpowers.
Right.
Well, yeah, because
So they can have normal sex.
But
Actually, we're not referring to that hair. We're talking about here.
Right.
That if he was under what color sun is it? There's
Yellow.
Yellow.
Red.
Yellow is good for him.
Yellow is good for him. A red sun is
if he's
him normal.
Red suns make him red light makes him normal. So,
But red krypton makes him crazy horny.
does it?
Yes.
Yeah, haven't you ever? Isn't that like an actual series, Red Superman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
so
maybe they just have like a red
they
sun
have
lamp.
like he's a lizard.
Yeah. All of their mood lighting, they don't put a red shade over the lamp. They just got like a red light bulb in there. It's like a sun lamp. They're tanning and they get it on.
So Clark, listen, I've got a new room for you to come to, and all the lights are red.
And it only ever plays Barry Manilow.
Yep.
So
I just thought of something. We're going to be talking a lot about penises.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually a couple of vaginas out there that are unfortunately.
there's a lot of superpowered vaginas.
So-
Wonder Woman would be hard to have sex with.
Impossible.
I'd give it the old college try.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you talked
No,
me
I'm
into
talking
it.
Pancake dick.
Rogue. Rogue can't touch people.
That's true. Yeah.
And then She-Hulk would Kegel rip your dick off. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with full body condom. Let's do it, Rogue. She-Hulk.
Wait.
You just a latex
I was
suit.
about to say, are you going to get one of those latex suits? That
Fuck yeah.
like,
What do you mean?
suffocating?
Get one. I have one.
He's got one of those zipper mouths. It's what is that? A gimp?
Yeah, it's a
the
gimp
gimp
suit.
suit.
You're a gimp suit. There you go.
Full body, like they just paint on the latex.
See, the problem is
You have a snorkel?
You would die from that because eventually all the heat within your body couldn't escape, and you would die as a result of that. So you either die from her
yeah.
touching you, or
If I'm fucking her for like 12 days,
How long does it take you, Roper?
I don't want to actually get into
A
that.
long time.
A long time.
long enough for him to die in a latex suit.
If you want to do something, do it right.
Well,
if you're going to go all out.
You know, Sting? Fuck Sting.
I did live at Rob's house for a little while.
It's true.
What's Sting, like 19 hours, something like
Some
that?
shit like that.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
He's
yeah.
tantric.
So, Mike, you've brought up a couple of interesting points. Jareth, your turn once you're done taking a drink there.
Oh, God. Where to start?
I know. You were pretty much the focal point of this last go-around.
The
when we were
pontiff
having
of pussy.
The pontiff. You are the Pope of pussy, remember?
I mean, there's so much to say. Because clearly all superheroes are supposed to be people, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Or at least once were people, unless you're looking at like an android.
Well,
Martian Manhunter.
they're still people. You know, they should still have wants and needs, and thus have a want or need to have an outlet for all of that.
This really supports Magneto's argument, huh?
A little bit. Little bit. We should only be with our kind.
Otherwise, you kill the what would they be called? The mundanes.
The Muggles. The Muggles.
Muggles.
Well, the problem with that, though, is like a lot of the X-Men, they're fine. They can do whatever they want. I mean, Cyclops, wear sunglasses. Good.
Keep your fucking eyes closed.
Yeah. Close your eyes.
Yeah, that dude is ripped as fuck.
I do anyway. Have you seen the girls I usually sleep with?
Wow.
I try not to.
He's ripped.
Neither is
but-
Dire Monkey,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
He's ripped, but he's not super-powered strength. He's just regular guy, I work out.
Right.
What about like Colossus? Because I remember you were talking about that.
Well, Colossus gets a literal hard-on.
Make sure you warm it up first, because I'm sure that metal would be pretty cold.
We discussed that last time. I think that's kind of questionable on whether or not it'd actually be cold or not, because he has an internal core temperature like a regular person.
Who is Colossus's dream girl? Who is he with? That's just
A
like
Hoover vacuum.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
a Hoover vat. He would he would
Thermos.
destroy that. He'd
A
shove his
thermos with
dick
a
in there.
glove in it.
A thermos with a glove in it. maybe like the exhaust pipe of a tractor.
But he's from Russia, so yeah, it'd definitely be a tractor.
Jesus Christ.
What?
No, you're right.
1940s tractor.
Yeah.
Like a Kabuko or something.
So moving on from that. So okay. So like Johnny Storm, obviously not an issue unless he burst into flames,
Which I'm pretty sure he can control.
Yeah.
right? Because obviously he can control it.
You do get it a lot into like sex ends up with a lot of involuntary movement and muscle flexing. No, you cannot fight that. That happens.
Sometimes.
If you can be completely relaxed, that requires quite the Sting-style tantric meditative state.
Body control.
Yeah.
Or you just don't care.
But it doesn't seem that his natural state is on fire.
True.
So
Right. As opposed to the Hulk, who...
probably best just not to get him excited at all.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
And apparently, once he's the Hulk, if you try to fuck him, he'll just kill you because that's all he wants to do is murder shit.
I mean, unless you watched the old show, which is terrible. Watched that recently, by the way.
What, Ferrigno show?
Yeah.
oh, is
It's
he?
hard to watch.
Was he?
Yeah.
Very hard.
Was he getting it?
No, not the Hulk.
Grey
but-
Hulk. Grey Hulk had sex all the time. Whenever he was a bouncer in Vegas, was it?
I don't know.
Sounds correct.
Yeah.
m-
Apparently, he was having sex like nightly.
Okay, but
My point is the Hulk in the show never killed anybody. He was like really nice. He solved murder mysteries.
Toss him downstairs.
that's adorable.
It was they spent way too much time just zoomed in on Lou Ferrigno going rah and like flexing his muscles. Like 10 out of 15 minutes of every show was that.
He's a big guy.
It was in his contract. You got to focus on my nipples for 10 minutes out of each.
It was real weird.
So, Andrew,
Hi.
thoughts on this topic while Jared slurps on that soda?
I'm thirsty.
Well, we can hear it.
I'm
You
trying to
can hear.
figure how we can fill in the next 40 minutes with this same topic.
Oh,
no,
easy.
So okay. All right. So, as I mentioned,
I'm just trying to make sure we give each kernel enough
Yeah.
juice.
it's enough time to cook.
What?
Yeah, we got to make sure it's got enough
You
time
heard
to
me.
cook. So, I was also going to have my friend Adam on for the very first time ever. He was going to be in this evening, but
Sorry, Adam.
Today is Easter.
What? It is.
Yeah, it's Easter. So apparently people are doing things like family stuff and things
Rabbit
of that nature.
Day?
Yeah, it's Zombie Jesus Day.
Rabbit egg laying day.
Rabbit egg laying day. So actually this is quite appropriate for the topic.
Okay.
Because was it Greek and Roman Greek mythology that it's based off of, where it's the
No,
goddess
it is-
who.
Is it not? Now, this could be Whole Foods philosophy. Is it not based on the Easter Island philosophy of the goddess of fertility?
Well, there's is that what it is?
And the Romans conquered said islands and converted them and engineered that holiday into.
Easter Island is really far away from there.
Yeah.
And that's where all those pretty cool heads are.
Yeah.
I know that.
So not related to that, and it's not related to Ishtar either. Like
No?
it's been floating around on the internet.
Here we
Okay.
go. Easter is a movable feast which is chosen to correspond with the first Sunday following the full moon after the March equinox.
Yeah, but which one of the ancient pagan origins
Says-
of Easter down next link beneath it?
Greek and Roman.
There you go. Scroll, please.
So I'm
Hey,
curious.
we're on the same page. Look at
So
that.
I'm curious, what are you wanting to...
Well, the whole idea. Of
Basically,
what it was
it's
supposed
about
to be,
fucking.
It's what it's supposed
okay,
to be.
different
That's
for
where,
gods.
Well, not necessarily,
Yes,
because
it
Hancock is a god. That was the whole idea behind that. Is he was originally viewed as a Greek and or Roman god, and then progressively they went away, and then
Hancock
also
was a fucking alien. Plot twist.
but they're not.
Yeah, he had super muscles. That was the thing. Gods,
But do you remember her talking about it? They've been on the planet for the entire time.
Yeah.
And every time that they're together, then they start to become more mortal, and eventually they die because they link up, and that's how they work. But back in the day, they were viewed as gods, and then eventually they became identified as superheroes, and human beings have perceived them as more than just what they are. They've originally, that's how they identified as. They thought they were these Greek and Roman gods. That's why there were so many of them to begin with. And then progressively over time in that world, they started linking up and
Roper's
dying off
right.
with one another.
If say Storm can control weather,
Yeah.
then there's grounds to say that a god and a superhero, the difference is very slim,
Very
at the
indistinguishable.
So the difference, I would argue, now with Storm, she is apparently able to access another dimension, which she can physically draw magic from. I don't think that has much to do with her having sex. I don't think that. I think she's not going to turn your dick into a.
It might be a problem for like anybody flying a kite outside while she's having sex.
Big problem.
She could use the power to summon lightning, much like those magic wands with the electric sparks on them.
So she's a lightning rod?
So
Here's what I'm
saying.
Enhance the pleasure. Little lightning on the nutsack.
I see.
Regarding
I don't think
the
you
gods,
want lightning on your nutsack.
I don't.
Well, it depends on the amount, the amperage.
Yeah.
Pretty much all
zero.
lightning is bad.
None.
No, well,
I don't want any.
Yeah, I think there are people in the world that would beg to differ.
So
No, electricity, maybe. Lightning, no.
What do you think that is?
Lightning is a specific outlet of electricity.
I don't want electricity to come out of the fucking sky and attack my dick. I don't want that to happen. You can put that on a t-shirt if you want. So, what I'm saying is that beings that can control magic don't really have an issue having sex because they call on magic.
So you're talking about things more like the Thing. He has no control over himself being that.
No, he's fine.
yeah, Ben Grimm can't have sex.
Yeah, he can't
He
have
would
sex.
just smash
Literally
you.
get sand
No,
in your vagina.
I'm
He literally can't get his rocks off.
I'm saying.
Wow, we can make Thing jokes the whole time.
Oh boy, that can.
He is just a giant penis joke. His name is the Thing.
He's a walking double entendre. So. Zeus, he's fine. He can fuck in any state he wants.
Well,
because he
considering the
controls
fact
magic
Zeus actually shows up in our reality and has sex with
all the
everything,
time as an animal.
Well, that's fine. That's not necessarily discounting him from this, because many of the other superheroes, yeah, sure, they can fuck all they want, because not all of them have super strength or
see, don't you just feel bad for
Turn
like
into fire.
the Blob?
The Blob, as in the movie The Blob.
No, as in like the supervillain that's a member of the.
Can't he change his shape into anything now?
No, the Blob is just this gigantic human being.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Okay.
Probably a lot of bottom stuff.
Don't fuck Swamp Thing. You'll catch something.
Yeah. Ooh.
The Toxic Avenger.
Do you think the Flash could turn his dick into a dildo, like a vibrating dildo?
Oh yes, he definitely can.
And even if he can, he just grab it and shake it.
He can make his limbs vibrate.
Yeah.
That's actually how he can like go through
Yeah.
surfaces.
So
Well,
you
yeah,
could
but
literally
what if he
fuck
just
yourself
goes
through a
Yeah,
hole.
but that's the
her.
thing. He can move.
Literally.
You can move your hands like so. Can you make your dick do that?
I can make it go up.
Like once?
Yeah, but if you're the Flash, you can go around the world in like what 15 seconds or something
So
like
he
that?
can just make it go up a bunch really fast.
Although that's a good point, and that would be pretty exhausting.
Right?
If he was to do a
so
helicopter,
running around the world.
if he was to do a helicopter, could he fly with it?
Hey.
Maybe.
These are the big questions.
I think since it's not center of gravity, he would just fall on his face.
Well, then he'd just be spinning around on the ground.
Either that or put him on
Drilling a
put him
hole on the floor.
Put him on rollerblades and then just aim him up a hill.
It's like a spade bit. It just,
So just to go a little bit broader with this,
Yeah.
let's address friction with, say, the Flash.
Well, just
yeah.
anybody.
not
Yeah.
well, not
You
just
need fucking like machine grade
Graphite.
No,
lubricant
you'd have
oil.
to have something just like spraying on there constantly.
like Niagara Falls.
Right.
I don't think-
You would have to have sex in Niagara Falls.
But even outside,
No, he would even get, if he were to fuck a bucket of lube, he would still get friction burn.
It set the bucket on fire.
Yeah.
but even outside of sex, I mean, how is he not experiencing? Does he have super friction resistance?
Right.
Don't they?
Now, in
His clothing is specially made.
I was about to say, in The Incredibles, they address it for the kid Dash, and she's like, zero friction, blah, blah, blah. Like, that was like one of the design factions of the. I actually found that
suit.
very interesting that they actually went to that degree.
They considered a lot with that.
They really did.
What about
So,
his skin?
what about
His
it?
skin isn't 0 degree
Shit.
friction.
Wait. Back to the Incredibles.
What?
Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl.
That
totally
works.
makes sense.
That works so perfectly.
Her pussy's just like kaboom. Just catches it.
Also, super flexible.
Yeah. Woo.
It's been a long time since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, the mom is basically Reed Richards.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
The dad
she's
is
not Reed Richards,
right.
but she has
but,
the powers.
it's the stretch, right? So and
Nobody wants to fuck Reed Richards.
No, well-
I don't believe that Sue Storm wants to have sex with Reed Richards.
I'm fairly certain.
Reed
that,
Richards doesn't want to fuck Reed Richards.
I'm fairly certain that man could probably coil his dick completely around anything, like an
He could probably fuck himself.
like an anaconda. So anyway, that's what her
Anaconda don't.
No, that's effectively her power. But then his is Hancock basically.
Super strength, and he's
Super
tough as
strength.
nails.
Yeah, he's basically unstoppable. So if his functions in the application in which what we're referring to, she would be the most ideal mate.
Yeah.
I mean, besides just having invincibility.
Okay, you were saying
Because
something.
she
I
would
interrupted it.
basically be able to take a pounding like nobody's business.
So she might be the only person that could have sex with the Hulk if he happened to Hulk out during
Correct.
sex.
Correct.
She could accommodate that.
There was
Anyone of that variety would be able to.
Yeah, there's a couple of maybe there's a weird fetish going through comic writers because there's a lot of female superheroes that are like invincible.
Maybe okay. So
Well, there's a
like,
lot of heroes that are virtually invincible.
Emma
Yeah.
Frost is essentially indestructible because whenever she turns into her diamond form,
Yeah.
is roughly like that. So
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think that would be fun.
She's not though because she had her neck cracked by
no, that's
Magneto.
true. That's true.
So it's just like glass.
No, she's supposed to be
diamond, right?
Yeah.
Can you crack a diamond with a brass bed frame?
I don't think so.
You'd
So
bend
she's
a
less than a diamond, according to the movie.
That's the movie.
Well, movies, ignore movies.
not always.
Because superheroes are real.
Well, shut up. You're bursting. You're taking away from
Just
the.
say it's canon.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
It was in the movie.
The thing I'm going for though is like so many of these things like they're not okay. So you list the Flash's superpowers are super speed virtually, right? That's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And time travel. but
effectively. Yeah.
Well, time travel as a result of super speed, right?
Yeah.
Which
It's
he can go
super
faster
healing.
than light.
And super healing because he can heal really quick.
we're just going to ignore the fact that time travel didn't really work.
What's it called? It's like something like advanced metabolism or something like that. Is basically what he has.
Yes.
But we're not addressing the fact that he clearly has friction resistance.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't, he should burst into flames when he runs
But
that fast.
probably
Or be
his advanced
perpetually-
healing factor takes care of it as it happens.
But he should
know about
still
that.
be on fire.
Yeah.
Perpetually
Well,
just chafed.
He's being surrounded by lightning whenever he runs. That should be a lot hotter than actual fire. So
True.
Okay,
Even better.
but this is illuminating something because the other thing, and this is as Spoilercast frequently does, we're entering cracked territory. Thank you, cracked. There's that whole thing with like, great, you can fly. I hope you have like invincibility or something like that because I mean, by the way, you're going to be like running into airplanes and hitting birds.
Not always.
Probably. There's a reason that there's traffic control for airplanes. The other thing is that if you're Superman and you have super strength and you're going to catch an airplane, the airplane is going to explode on your fingertips because you are a single point of surface area that is like
See,
a
now
half inch
I've
long.
always hated that because like they'll pick up an entire building. It's like, okay, you're gonna break off that small part. It's
the
not
building
gonna be
just
the whole
crumbles
thing.
around
Yeah,
you.
it's not gonna. That's not the way that works.
I'm way more interested about sex. We should return to that.
Yeah, it's-
but these peripheral things are
Coming into view as we're talking about
are
this.
real failures of world building that would be so much more interesting to explore rather than to just let superheroes pick up buildings and catch airplanes and not burst into flames
When they run.
fast.
See, I'm just bringing it up because it's important to note because in things like sex, like okay, so he's gonna fuck really fast, right?
Yes.
Both of them should be on fire.
Yes.
Because she sure as shit is not gonna have friction resistance.
Well,
no one
depends-
has that
it-
superpower.
It depends on who she is.
Here's the thing, though.
She could be, if she's a cyborg, she could be pumping graphite oil into.
Ugh.
We could engineer sex that could work here.
But-
That's
What is this? A Cylon?
Somebody like the Flash can definitely control their power, so he wouldn't necessarily just be Flash fucking.
well, yeah.
Unless he wanted to.
Unless you want to catch
Okay.
somebody on fire by fucking him.
Rob, next time you have sex, I want you to thrust at like 10-second intervals the whole time.
I
That
do
sounds-
anyway. Have you
was
seen
gonna
how
say,
fat I am?
He could do that.
You think
You just got to kick on the right music. This isn't complicated.
You reduce your TPMs to 1 per minute. Sorry, DPMs.
Yeah,
dicks per minute.
Yeah,
God damn it.
that's the way that would work. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm saying who the fuck wants to do that? But yes, fine. That's the workaround for Flash's powers.
I mean, if he doesn't want to be indicted for murder, then yes.
and if he ever wants to get laid, because any woman's like, whoa, there's now a fireball in my vagina. Bye.
Also, we need to address that if he were to do it that fast, barring friction, everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'd be
like-
done pretty quick.
So, okay.
It's not so
Let's
much
do it.
speed.
Oh, that was great.
There was a movie came out a while back. I don't remember who was in it. It's Hollow Man. Who's in Hollow Man?
Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon.
The invisible rapist?
Yeah, I was supposed to say, he just
the
becomes a
invisible
straight up invisible rapist.
Man, there was a really good episode of This American Life where they went around and asked everyone if you could have either flight or invisibility, which would you pick?
And why?
And why?
No one would tell you why.
Yeah. And it's like invisibility, you pick invisibility if you're a bad person, basically.
But basically, can you turn it on and off?
Yeah, sure.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then by God, I pick invisibility.
Yeah.
Because you're a bad person.
I'm a bad person. No. Because it's...
Well, there's a lot of stipulations with the flight one. How fast can I fly?
Yeah.
Things like that. Whereas invisibility, she's like, cool, yeah, if I can turn it on and off, great.
Furthermore, I think we've addressed it on another episode where we were talking about gaining the power of flight and then being concerned that while you're mid-flight, suddenly whatever power gave it to you suddenly goes away and you just free fall.
Whereas invisibility, if
You're already on the ground. The worst that's going to happen is you're someplace you're not supposed to be, and they're
And
going
now all the girls in the locker room are screaming. And,
And now it's time to use that other superpower that I've already got, running the fuck away.
So whenever Aquaman's banging Mira underwater, do you think that he's constantly pushing salt water up her?
Yep.
Right?
Do you suppose she lays eggs?
It needs to be said that water is a very bad lubricant.
Yes.
Water is, anyone who has ever had sex in a shower without lube knows that. Water does not work well.
At all.
Doesn't?
No.
Oh, God, no.
It does for a second.
It does. Like, at first, it's like, this is nice and slippery, and then 30 minutes later, you're like,
It's like... yeah, because... Yeah. Yeah.
So here's the other interesting thing. Superhero or superpowered stories that do explore sex are great. I know of two off the top of my head that kind of focus on it a little bit.
Go for it.
Jessica Jones.
Well, that's in a different way. So the first one is a series of graphic novels called Sex Criminals, which is really good.
Okay.
I highly recommend it.
sounds weird already.
So, the conceit is that there are two people, and I think it starts with the woman, and she learns that when she has an orgasm, she freezes time.
Well, so walk into a bank, bang one out, steal everything.
There is a man who has the same power. So they team up, get to fucking, and go, want to rob a bank? And
how long?
I think it's like
Technically,
an hour or
women
something like that.
technically
An
women can
hour?
have sex or can have an hour-long orgasm. So
Interesting.
I don't want an hour-long orgasm. I'd be done for days. Nope.
It's like, I'm dehydrated. I need water.
So that is a really interesting series of graphic novels that explores that concept in and out. Pun
in
intended.
and out, yeah.
Oh.
So no one's read that, but I highly recommend picking it up. The second one is The Wicked the Divine, which goes into the gods thing you were talking about.
Okay.
The Wicked the Divine, the conceit of that is that every 80 years?
90
years, a bunch of youths are turned into the avatars of gods, of different gods.
Or they are the gods.
And
whatever.
what results is... You have...
There's a lot of gods who are centered around fucking.
Yep.
So...
Most gods, fuck a lot.
Well, yeah.
So you...
I mean, the number of fertility gods or gods that just bang it out because they can.
So imagine, you're 17, 18. You have been gifted with really good looks, a lot of charisma, and a lot of talent.
Magic powers.
Magic powers.
Some of those might involve magic powers for fucking.
Yes.
If you are a god of fucking.
This is a... by
Like
the way,
Jareth is.
Caveat here.
He is the Pope of Pussy.
This is a pantheon
He
of
speaks for vagina god.
superheroes who they're magical, so they don't have to worry about their dicks being hydraulic or their vaginas being mashing metal walls. They're magical, so they can just fuck like crazy. So that is a really interesting comic series that pulls off having sex a lot. And
To be clear, though, it doesn't really really strongly address the sex. It's just like, yeah, they have sex, whatever.
At
least in the first issue that I read.
But yeah, sex is a pretty central topic, I would say.
It's a notable topic at the very least. Yeah, it is very good though. Worth checking out.
Conversely, sex criminals, it's like there's not. I mean, there's some it's more about what surrounds the sex than the sex itself.
But it seems like the sex is probably more central to the story.
Very much more central.
It's weird. Kind of the idea. I mean, like in most superhero mythologies, comic book things, if somebody has superpowers, they're either going to become a superhero or a supervillain, or they're going to play by certain rules automatically by right of having powers. How many people just, if they got superpowers, would just kind of still do what they did,
which they should.
I mean, like, if I had superpowers, frankly, my life would probably not change that much unless they were super crazy superpowers.
Depends on the superpower.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I had the ability to become invisible, I probably wouldn't rob banks. I probably wouldn't become a rapist.
I like how he's adding the caveat of
I like the probably on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm loving there, is the probably.
I can't know, right?
Well,
who knows? Maybe it's like a Green Goblin thing. Maybe I get my powers and go nuts.
Like with Hollow Man, that it wasn't his thing. It just eventually drove him mad.
Absolute power.
Beginning of that movie, he just wanted to turn gorillas invisible. At the end of it, he was a big old rapist.
Yeah,
that's a weird goal too.
Yeah.
Speaking of
make invisible gorillas,
we've already talked about rape an awful lot here. So, Roper, you wanted to talk about how Darkwing Duck is.
Well, that's the thing. So my buddy Adam was going to be on with us, and he wanted to discuss how Darkwing Duck is a rapist. And when he told me this, I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you need to look up the mating rituals and the mating habits of ducks.
Okay.
And
of animals, period.
Right. So I got to doing some reading on it, and I read over 5 or 6 sites, which all suggest that ducks, and particularly mallards, are is the most aggressive of the birds family.
These fuckers are evil.
That
well, hey, I mean, that's assuming, of course, that any of those rituals are still valid when you're dealing with a sentient duck, because clearly he isn't playing by duck rules. Ducks don't dress up, live in cities, fight crime, talk.
Obviously, you've never been to the park.
Just like I don't. It's just like I don't assume that all skunks are French rapists.
But
actually, that is true.
He's a date rapist. I would argue.
He doesn't even go on dates. He just sees a cat and
he says nice things to them. But
is it horrible that it is literally a skunk chasing a pussy?
Yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Does it?
No, it doesn't make sense. So, yes, absolutely.
I mean, but she's always painted like a skunk.
Apparently. Well, yeah, she's totally asking for it.
Oh.
No, so Darkwing Duck is a rapist by definition.
No, he's. I don't know. You can't say that.
What about DuckTales?
Same thing.
Hey.
Same thing. Apparently, why are you?
See,
I don't like this. If you're a duck, you're a rapist.
Yeah,
why not?
I feel like that's very specious.
Whenever you said Darkwing Duck was going to be a rapist, I'm like, what episode did I miss growing up?
Yeah. So you're talking about anthropomorphic animals, generally being rapists.
Yes.
I just can't agree, and I feel like that just really veers off topic, Roper.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I'm with Mike on this one. Sorry.
See, and I don't think so. I sit there and I'm looking at it, going, "Look, that's the whole design behind this, and they're supposed to essentially be."
No, he's an uplifted duck. Okay,
uplifted duck.
Uplifted duck. Oh, that's a
now Howard the Duck. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure that guy could be a rapist.
Yeah, he's a rapist, but also a mallard.
But that's just his as a person,
as a duck,
as a man.
He's
a
not
persona.
A man.
As a man
he's
duck.
a duck.
As a man duck.
I see Howard the Duck as more of an Al Goldstein figure.
Do you?
He's a skeezy motherfucker.
Al
Like, bottom
Goldstein.
line.
Al Goldstein from Screw Magazine.
There you go.
Look him up sometime.
If I met Howard the Duck on the street and he like did anything, I would probably run in horror.
Are
in,
you
like,
sure you wouldn't check to
Lovecraftian
make sure
cosmic horror?
Sure, you wouldn't check your fucking wallet to make sure it didn't steal from you.
No, because I would have already run away.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we need to ask the important question.
Go for it. What's the important question?
There's two important questions.
Okay.
One is, what superhero do you want to fuck?
What superhero do I want to fuck?
Yes.
Why is that a thing?
Because that's a really fun question.
Okay. And then it sounds like there's a butt.
The
coming
second
for a
one, is like, what are the two? So we know Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl are like the perfect pairing.
Okay.
So like we need to think of other ones. I'm really interested in finding. I love that Colossus should fuck a tractor from the 1940s. These are fun puzzles, and I want to solve all of them for all of the heroes.
So I'll start with you. Go. What's
What superhero do I want to fuck?
Yeah. What superhero? Would you bang?
Like that. It's just like, I will take the chance on this one.
Go for it.
I should have thought of this before I asked the question.
Yeah, you should have. Andrew, you have any ideas for yours?
I'm just keep coming back to Diana Prince, Wonder Woman.
You're like, I will roll the dice on this.
Yeah.
There you go. So, do you think Wonder Woman has a pairing?
So that's Superman.
Would it be?
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could fuck it and be fine.
You think?
She can, dude. She's been shot by a tank and come up. She's fine.
But if she gets pregnant and flies close to the sun, then all of a sudden the fetus is punching through her womb.
Also, I might take a chance. I would definitely die, but Poison Ivy, just the epitome of sexiness. So.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We're talking about what superhero would you want to fuck?
And
okay, most of them.
all of the above.
Just
wow. Yeah, is there a superhero that I don't want to fuck?
I mean, if we're let's look at super heroines. All of them are crazy sexed. I mean,
oh yeah,
none of them are not banging.
Yep.
So I
now,
mean, we're
are we only talking
show
superheroes?
wing.
What about villains?
Ooh.
Anything
Because I guess Poison Ivy's technically a villain.
anything superpowered. So I would have to pick Harley Quinn.
I was about to say Harley Quinn and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn isn't superpowered.
Irrelevant.
She's just a villain.
Yeah, okay.
She's just crazy. That's her superpower.
Still would hold you down and torture you a little bit while she did it, too.
You're like, I don't care. I'm just answering the question.
That's totally fine. And by the way, is Catwoman superpowered?
No.
Yeah, see?
Wait,
I mean, she is in the stupid movie.
Yeah, and Tim Burton, she has 9 lives?
Something like that.
Because a bunch of cats bit her.
Rob.
Because that's how it works.
Because science.
Because science.
Radioactive cats.
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Ooh, I know my answer. I want to fuck Deadpool. That'd be crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
I want Magneto to fuck Colossus.
They would never stop. Get off
No,
me.
they just get stuck together like dogs.
I can win this argument.
Do it.
I
In
really
one
want.
I
hero.
really want to know your. I since he's asked this question, I've been waiting.
Mystique.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I
Because
thought
then you
it,
can fuck every one of them.
Yeah.
anybody. Yeah.
That's the wishing for more wishes.
It's Tuesday. I want to fuck the Hulk in the butt. Make it happen.
Do it, rock and
That's
roll.
assuming, of course, that she's down for that. I
she
mean,
can
maybe
just switch the holes. That's
Have you
fine.
seen Jennifer Lawrence? Do you remember the fappening? She's down for it. Just saying.
Yeah. I suppose so. I suppose so. Kitty Pride.
No.
Yeah, well, worst case scenario, she turns invisible on you. I mean, that's not even much of a risk.
You fall through the floors.
Supergirl.
Wow, that's risky.
She would break you. Yeah.
That's a risky one.
She'd straight up
talk. Yeah, you brought up Kegel snapping your dick off.
Yeah.
I mean, safe as long as you don't bring her to orgasm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
I think we've hit a
it's like,
Swamp Thing, fucking Poison Ivy. It's a match made in heaven. People.
wow, perfect.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
that would be
There are
that
those
would be a
perfect
good
pairings.
match. That would be a good match. Yeah.
Yeah, like Tractor.
We all know
and
Swamp Thing got
Colossus.
the better end of that deal.
Yes.
Oh, very much so.
Well, I don't know. She seems real into plants.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe that's like her thing now.
She hates people.
That's true.
She loves plants.
Yes, sir. And he is the epitome of
There's a lot of vines.
Former person turned plant itself.
Just like her.
Yup.
Only she came out pretty, he came out gross.
Is she a plant? Like actual plant?
Kind of.
So she's a sentient plant.
Kind of.
Okay, this is going to skew a little bit, but it's theory. You have to take into account a really shitty movie.
Okay.
Yes.
The Batman movie with Poison Ivy and Bane.
Yes.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Batman, and Robin.
Yeah, I sure didn't want to even bring the name up, but since it's there, it's there. Now, Bane was powered by the same poison chemicals that brought Poison Ivy her powers, correct?
Yes.
So they can fuck because they're poison compatible?
Maybe.
I guess.
Probably.
Maybe. And then she could slap the little Bane button and he'd go into Bane fuck mode.
See, I hate that version of Bane.
I'm just saying. It's out
Because he's
there.
an idiot.
And the fact that they unplug him at the end of it and he turns into this little scrawny guy.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't sound like Deckard Cain and...
Stay a while. Listen.
No Batman.
I like how we all started doing that.
Everyone. That's the best way to start the...
Isn't he Spanish? Like, isn't Bane, like, in the comics, isn't he supposed to be Spanish?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, he's a luchador, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way to go, Nolan. You fucked it up.
You didn't fuck up much.
Although I will say I did really enjoy Tom Hardy's take on Bane.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
he
was actually-
fucked up plenty, but it was a completely new re-envisioning of all of that bullshit. So
Okay, so full stop. I do want to go to the fact that College Humor did that whole bit of Batman having sex with Talia al Ghul,
Oh, yeah.
which is wonderfully done.
where
where he can't. He's been stabbed. I stabbed you first.
I was wrong. That's my favorite one.
Ass
I
badge
fucking
mouth.
love it. In an order that would surprise you.
Ass badge mouth.
That is one of the best. I think that's what I actually started watching for those.
Yes, that's the best one.
And how have we gone the entire length of this episode and not mentioned that?
The Pete Holmes Batman?
Yeah,
Because it's someone else's online parody thing.
it's irrelevant. It still falls within the realm of what we're talking
Watch
about.
it. Well, just go to YouTube, type Badman, and
Watch all
Just
of them.
type in Batman can't stop thinking about sex.
We haven't talked about superheroes that would be good at sex.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, if you remember from Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan can turn into like 1,000 men.
Yeah,
So
he did
if you're a woman,
Assuming, of course, that she's into getting gangbanged by one guy.
well, I mean, he did a pretty good job, and the movie was just like 3 of them.
Well, I mean, he has every other superpower also.
Wasn't he also in the other room working on
working on like a fusion reactor.
yeah.
so he can do work around your house and bang you at the same time.
That's like the sitcom Married Dad's Dream.
So, so a long time ago, I was reading Invincible. It's a comic book series called Invincible. It's about a kid who finds out that, or he knows that his dad is a superhero. I want to say his name's Omni-Man or some nonsense like that. And they portray him to be basically like Superman. And he is the son of, right? And then you find out that dad's actually a villain. But the son has already learned that he has superpowers and he thinks that he's a superhero. And so it automatically sets him up against his opposition of his father. It's really weird. But he makes friends with other people in his school that are also superheroes. And one of them, her name is Kate, and her ability is making multiple versions of herself. And Kate is dating, or there's another dude that's in there. I want to say his name's Rex. And Rex and...
There's always a guy named Rex.
Literally
fucking
just
weird.
about to say there's always a guy named Rex.
So Invincible he's infatuated with this
But I've
girl.
never met a Rex in real life.
I know. I've never
Why
once.
not?
I have a cousin named
So, do you really?
What?
That's so weird. Is he a super douchebag?
Picks her shins.
I'm not going to let you answer that on here because he might listen to this. So anyway,
He probably doesn't.
He's a great guy. He's a
So
great guy.
Salt of
anyway,
the earth.
Invincible's in love or likes this other girl who's actually with Rex, and in one of the little skits that they did, or one of the comic books that I'd read, she catches Rex with Kate, and her superhero name is Duplicate, and she's like, she goes, it's terrible. It was so terrible. He was with Kate, and there was more than one of her.
Guys, why isn't there a superheroine Also, that's a terrible name. A lady superhero.
Just say superhero.
Well, it's important in this instance that you know that it's
Yes,
a female
yes.
named Hurricane. H-E-R a cane.
Oh, that's not good.
Why isn't Storm named Hurricane?
Because
Because
Storm
it's
is
not
better.
just she can do more than just
Are there really that many pun superheroes?
There should be way more.
I'm trying to think of pun. Well, not like Spider-Man's not a pun. He's
No.
The Punisher.
where's the
He
soundboard for
just
the drum
won
roll?
the game. If I was a superhero, I'd be the Punisher.
Now, okay, so
P-O-O-N.
going kind of outside of just the DC, Marvel, all that good stuff. I know that I touched on attempted to for Darkwing Duck, and then also for
Yeah, even though you
Invincible.
were wrong.
Shut up.
Does Spawn have a penis?
Probably. When he's a person.
it burned off.
Burned off?
Yeah, in hell with hellfire. So, but
Don't go to hell, kids.
outside of that,
It won't give you superpowers.
well, it might. It'll just take your dick away.
While we're at it, don't roll around in a pile of radiation.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
So, Dragon Ball Z. Why is there
yeah.
a sigh? So,
Sir,
it's
you're
awful.
wondering, since Goku's not a human, how he had a...
No. I don't have an issue with that. They actually have one of the episodes where he's just got done training. He's back on Earth. He's holding a glass. He's just sitting there talking with everyone, and the glass just explodes in his hand because he doesn't realize how tightly he's gripping it. And the instant that last time when Jareth was talking about how Superman punches you through a wall, you would just die. You don't get back up from that because how thick's the wall?
People rarely go through brick walls and be okay. A brick wall is stronger than you are.
Right.
I am less sturdy than a brick wall.
Right. So with the interactions between
I came like a wrecking ball.
I was thinking Brick House.
yeah,
Brick. Oh, that's way better.
Doesn't matter. Either way, I'm
call
a
there,
pile of
Ricky.
mush and that wall's broke.
you wouldn't go through the wall. You would just hit the wall.
I could go through the wall, but
Okay.
if it's shoddy workmanship
Right.
and I might not be dead, but I'm definitely not okay.
And you're definitely wishing you were dead.
All right, I'm going to jump ahead on you here, though.
Do
So Dragon Ball Z characters,
Yep.
they're super strong. It goes back to all this stuff. They should be blowing holes in people. I would argue, in the Dragon Ball Z universe, in the conceit of the universe and the way that it tends to operate, that Goku, as strong as he is, one of the principal things in his character is his level of control.
Okay.
So I actually think he can have sex, and with the amount of control he has in general, I think he'd be fine.
Furthermore,
Well, yeah,
I kinda,
Gohan is his kid with the humans. So.
In the fiction,
I kind of think
works.
that we're looking at the offloading of these men as something catastrophic. What if it's just this little kind of come out the other end of it?
Doesn't Krillin an android?
Yeah,
yeah.
He has a baby with
Krillin is a human, though.
Yeah, but
He's
the
not a
android
human.
is not.
No, no.
How's
Yeah.
his dick doing, bro? How's that little bald head?
Which bald head?
Little Krillin dick.
I wonder if it's got the little marks on it, too.
Another negative man can't have sex.
Negative man?
Yeah, from,
Not familiar.
From Doom Patrol. He's pure radiation.
Well, yeah, that'd probably...
He's like wrapped in bandages and stuff. Like there's like these
Straight
special
melt your face
bandages that like he looks like the Mummy, but these bandages keep the radiation at bay.
So he doesn't poison everybody around him?
Yeah.
Straight up melt your face off.
Which, again, what the fuck with radiation, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing with comics and these fads and the way that they began, long ago with radiation, and just everyone started doing it.
Everyone started doing radiation.
It's like, I fell in a vat of green goo, now I'm a superhero.
All of the Batman villains fell in the same fucking vat. It's the
true.
same one.
Batman, Two-Face, Sandman? The goo guy?
Sandman, Joker in the
Killing Joke.
cartoon.
See, I love
Two-Face didn't have superpowers.
No,
Neither
he
did Joker.
No, he doesn't.
Well, yeah, but they both still fell in a vat.
Yeah. No, Two-Face didn't.
He did in that stupid movie.
Yeah. No,
No,
he's
in the
splashed.
movie, he got splashed with the acid.
Wait, which
Yeah.
thing am I thinking? Oh, it was in the
And
cartoon.
are you thinking,
Yeah.
wait, which movie? Are we talking Dark Knight or are you talking Batman
I'm
Forever?
perhaps thinking of the animated series, the first one.
Yeah, the animated series. He falls like partially into a vat or something.
And I believe that will be the fiction for the Joker that appears in Suicide Squad, which is arguably a different Joker than the one in.
I'm still
Dark Knight series.
convinced that that's Jason Todd.
I was about to say
I think so, too.
that's kind of speculation.
I'm still convinced that movie's probably not going to be very good.
It's gonna be garbage.
David Ayer, man.
Also,
I trust David Ayer
weirdly-
a lot more than I do Zack Snyder.
Will Smith's dick will be in that movie.
How? Oh yeah. I mean,
Technically,
not
isn't
like
in every movie.
Technically,
Every movie?
That he's
that he's in.
it's like Where's Waldo?
Find Will Smith's dick.
like even movies before he was born. He's got a time traveling movie penis.
It's a Wonderful Life. Try to find Will Smith's dick.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has a whole new meaning.
He named his dick Fresh Prince.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Yeah.
So now that we are reaching the very tail end of
Oh,
this,
come
this-
on.
this-
You
this
could have said the
episode.
tip, and it would have been great.
What's
Take
wrong
two.
with the tail?
Take two.
What's wrong with the tail end?
The ass end of this.
What's wrong with the tail end?
Because we
of
were
it?
talking about ducks. It could just be the duck's tail.
Woo!
The
So now that we've reached the tail end of this,
tip.
yeah, well,
Just the tip.
We've reached the end of this motherfucker.
we had the tip of the spear
We've
earlier.
literally
in the
gone overtime since we started this conversation.
Maybe. So, Andrew, I want to thank you for being on with us.
Oh, thank you guys so
You've got
much.
like a Patreon account and like every social media like ever, right?
Well, yeah. First, if you want to donate to our Patreon, I highly recommend you go over to our YouTube channel and make sure that we're worth donating to. But yeah, you can find us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Rift TV, everything.
Do
really.
you have a MySpace? Tell me you have a MySpace.
I tried getting a MySpace, but I think it's only music now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm not dropping any fat beats. So
Yet.
yet.
Yeah, give it time.
Just
Andrew,
wait until I drop my first album as Little People.
Oh, also, my PSN and Xbox gamer tag are both Flick Freaks. So
Fantastic. You got to get over and check him out because Andrew's got a bunch of good stuff out there. So
we're getting close to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube.
that is, yeah. I've been on for a couple of your episodes. They're wonderful. I have a lot of fun over there, and I'm glad you got to come over and hang out with us this evening.
Oh, I always have a blast.
Mike, I'm glad that you came back from the Nether Void.
Oh, thank you. It was really weird. I don't know why you guys put me in there, but I'm really happy to be back, and please don't put me back.
Well, we're gonna put you back. Isn't that where they put Zod? Isn't that where Zod went?
Phantom
I thought
Zone.
the Phantom
Phantom
Zone.
Zone.
Yeah, you're going back to the Phantom Zone.
It sounds so awful. He just wants to talk about his feelings,
Kneel before Zod.
father, and
Fucking daddy issues.
Really
like
likes
Also, Michael
backgammon.
Shannon. That's another reason why I like that movie. He was an amazing Zod.
yeah.
I'm looking at Jareth when I say this because I know he hated Man of Steel.
Yeah, Michael Shannon was fine.
Yeah.
The movie was garbage.
Man of Steel is way better than Batman v Superman.
Okay.
Wow.
wow.
Then I
Wow.
should definitely not watch it because Man of Steel ruined my day.
Because you know I liked Man of Steel.
I know.
Man of Steel was garbage, but that's just a discussion for else
You're
times.
you're entitled to that opinion,
And you're allowed
this
to be
is
wrong.
America,
And you're allowed to be wrong. Yep.
Jareth is like clenching his fists. You're entitled to that opinion.
Fortunately, we cannot beat you for being wrong. So you got to get over, check out our Patreon account because we have one of those. You should also get over to our site, which is thealltowerpodcast.com. Check out all of our T-shirts and things of that nature. Every time we say every now and again, Jared says something really funny, and it's
gets a T-shirt.
Totally worth putting it on a T-shirt.
Can we talk about the T-shirt that is in the works?
The one that I drew?
Yes.
Go for it.
Is it the Jareth Wizard shirt?
It's
The
Jareth
Fantasia.
Wizard. Andrew, I haven't shown you the picture for it.
Oh my God, you got one?
I have it. I will
Dude.
send it to you right this very second.
Roper has
I am so
drawn
excited.
a very good likeness of Jareth wearing a wizard hat, and I'm going to buy like 17 of these shirts and give them to all of my friends and family.
It's
And
going to
tell
be
them
amazing.
buy more.
It's like every time Jareth is coming over, you're going to have to wear this.
Yep.
All right, so I've sent you the picture. You should have that on your Facebook page now.
Yes, got it.
My newborn child
God,
will
yeah.
wear your face on its chest.
Yes,
Can I
please.
make it into a onesie for you?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And for your future child. You both get one.
Yeah, this is happening. So
footy pajamas on my face.
Oh, yeah. My kid will also have a onesie.
Yeah.
yeah, so. You're having a baby. That's why you've actually partly been gone.
Yeah.
Between work and, real world life stuff.
It took him 4 months to make a baby. That's why he hasn't been on.
I mean, I really have.
He almost died in a latex suit.
That's well below 10 thrusts per second.
If you want to do something perfect, it's going to take a while.
Gonna do it
Gotta have
right.
the perfect aim. Line up the shot.
Which, that's the point I was trying to make with ducks, is females actually have different chambers for if they're being raped, then they can't actually get impregnated by.
What does that have to do with? No.
You have to have perfect aim. You
Okay.
You have to be down the right chamber. Anyway,
I
moving
understand.
on. So,
The fact that I'm having a child immediately after duck rape.
To be clear, he's not having a child with a duck.
No, it is a human woman.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
and she's a fantastic person.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so you derailed me with, as far as I know.
She could be.
A sentient robot?
Hey, we've been talking about a lot of people in this episode that look like people.
That's
like
true.
Superman.
Species.
That's true.
I can't stop looking at this goddamn perpetual wizard shirt.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
I want it.
We just jinxed each other. We said the same thing at the same time.
Yes.
Soulmates.
Oh.
All right, so make sure you get over, check out all of our stuff, and make sure that here in the very near future, you get over to Spellbook and keep an eye on their stuff. They've got lots of things in the works. Don't you, Dire Monkey?
April 15th.
April 15th. Time is drawing
news on
close.
April 15th.
You got stuff. Things are coming.
On all over your face, neck, and chest.
Boom, boom. So get over, check
giant
those things out.
stream all over the
Also,
web.
get over and check out it's darkwaterfiction.com for D.A. Roberts and the Ragnarok Rising series. He also has all of his other works listed up there, as well as some of the other folks that we've been friends with and things of that nature for the show. Furthermore, one last person that I always like to give a shout out to, which is Dan Jones and his book. Jareth, what's it called again?
Propitiation.
See, I can't ever say that, so I make him do it.
Yeah.
So
Propitiation with a period.
it is
Dot.
I have the book. Mm-hmm. I have not had the opportunity to read the book. I've been
a quick read.
little occupied with work and things in school and things of that nature. But the cover of it looks amazing. I have it on my shelf. It is sitting right next to me, literally every day, and I keep looking at it. I think I need to read it. So
Yeah, it is worth the cover alone. He is going to be publishing another novel. I'm not going to say when, but it's done, and he's revising it now. Once that's released, he has plans to do with Propitiation. But I will say Propitiation is worth $5 just for the cover.
yeah, the cover work is amazing.
Do they still have the negative black white?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
I love that. He said it was a misprint, but I love it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm keeping it.
It's
Looks great.
amazing. It looks fantastic.
How do you misprint that?
I don't know. That's
But
how it
it's
got
awesome
sent
as
out.
shit.
It looks amazing. It's wonderful. So, Dan Jones, love the work, and glad that you've been on with us for us to mention like this.
Yeah.
Every once and again. So,
And also go back, watch Citizen Kane, and look for Will Smith's dick.
there you go. There you go. Anything?
He
Jareth,
calls
Yeah.
it Rosebud.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say Rosebud
Yeah.
is Will Smith's dick.
pow. See, that's how you wrap it up.
got it.
Jareth, do you have anything you want to add?
Nope. Since Andrew's on, I don't have to plug Flick Freaks, so
Hey,
That's true.
you're welcome.
Typically, I let Jareth do that. So we've already got that all covered. Dire Monkey, anything else you want to add?
Always wrap it up, kids.
All right, and Mr.
Wrap it and tap it.
Mr. Mike.
don't be a dummy. Come on her tummy.
Oh, man. If you've had sex with poison ivy, you get poison ivy on your dick.
Oh.
And potentially inside your dick.
Worth it.
All right, this has been whatever episode this is, and I'm not even going to try to put a name to this.
I was just about to ask, what are you going to name this
I
episode?
think Jareth
Balls
named it.
deep.
Balls deep.
Not bad.
People squirting stuff at other stuff.
Fluid swapping. So this has been whatever this is, and I appreciate
Super swapping.
Yes, I appreciate every one of you listening and tuning in with us, and
And
I hope
I'm
you
sorry.
continue to do so. I am not. So be looking forward. We'll have more episodes of more randomness in the upcoming future. Thank you, and good night.
Biesy daisies.
I've told my dad to listen to this before. Oh, my God.
I love turds.